The COVID crisis has seen a dramatic increase in the adoption of Microsoft Teams. The chat and meetings features of Teams are really helping with communications. The one downside of this adoption is that organizations are seeing a large number of new Teams site collections. This can make it difficult to navigate to the site collection that you want to work with. In this brief video, we'll see how the excellent support for hub sites in MacroView Message and MacroView DMF can help you manage this proliferation of site collections, especially when you are working with documents and emails. Here we are in Outlook with the MacroView pane displayed on the right-hand side of the mail window. The Office 365 tenant has a large number of site collections. Some are Microsoft Teams sites, others are SharePoint Online site collections. If we make use of the hub site support in MacroView DMF and MacroView Message, we can group those site collections so that they're much easier to manage. Let's edit the definition of our tenant and click on Show Sites in Hubs. We've also added a hub to ignore, a hub called Acme. Now, when we restart Outlook, after having cleared our tree cache, we see our hub sites displayed. Here's the hub called Demo, with the various site collections arranged under it. Here's another one called Other Microsoft Teams Sites. Sites that have not been associated with a hub are shown under a default hub called Sites. The site collections related to Acme are not being displayed at all in this MacroView tree. This ability to arrange team sites and other site collections in hubs helps us to organize and find a particular site collection. It's also good that we can hide site collections completely. For example, for projects that have been closed or archived, they're no longer displayed in the MacroView tree, which makes that tree much less cluttered. To define new hubs and to associate site collections with those hubs, you go to the SharePoint Admin Center and then click on the Active Sites page. You see the Hub column, which defines existing hubs and their associations. For example, this Customers and Matters site collection is associated with the Demo hub. Let's take this Specimens site collection, and if we see that it's got no hub association, but we can edit in order to select an existing hub. Let's make it part of the Demo hub. Here's another site collection. Let's register it as a new hub. We can do that by using the hub item here on the menu and register as hub site. By default, the name of the hub is the same as the name of the site, but of course it can be different. We now have a new specimen hub, and we can associate other site collections, both Teams site collections and non-Team site collections, with that new hub. Back in the MacroView tree, if we've refreshed the Demo hub site, we see the specimen site collection that we associated with that Demo hub. If we refresh at the tenant level, we see the new specimen hub and its site collection. If we right-click on a hub, we can choose Search this hub, which allows us to restrict the scope of our MacroView searches to just the site collections within that hub site. We can also right-click and filter site collections in order to find a site collection within that hub based on part of its name. The very popular Search Site Tree command still operates. It will look across all the site collections in all the hubs in order to find an area based on its name. For example, this 1003 proposal document set. As per usual, when we click OK, it navigates us to that area within a particular site collection. Well, to summarize, the hub site feature of MacroView DMF, MacroView Message, and products based on MacroView DMF allows us to group team sites and other site collections into hubs. A site will not be displayed until you expand its hub. This applies to Office 365 or Microsoft 365 site collections only, not those in on-premise SharePoint servers. Sites that have not been associated with a particular hub are shown under a default hub called Sites. The sites in hubs can be hidden. This is a great way to prevent sites for closed or archived projects from cluttering your tree view. You can right-click on a hub and restrict the scope of your search for documents and emails to just the site collections in that hub. You can also filter site collections within a hub in order to find a particular site collection based on part of its title. Use these details for more information about hub site support in MacroView and other MacroView solutions for generating and managing documents and emails using Office 365, SharePoint, and Teams.